Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. In this lecture I am going to discuss with you how to apply Gauss's law to calculate electric field intensity at a point due to spherical volume charge distribution. Electric field due to spherical volume charge distribution is divided into three parts: electric field inside spherical volume charge distribution, electric field outside spherical volume charge distribution, electric field on the surface of spherical volume charge distribution. We will discuss them individually. Now, first of all, what is Gauss's law? Gauss's law states that electric flux passing through any closed surface is equal to 1 over epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by that surface. Now first, electric field outside spherical volume charge distribution. For this, first of all, consider a uniformly charged sphere of radius r. The charge is uniformly distributed on this surface of radius r, capital R. Now take a small volume element dV of the sphere having the charge dq. The volume charge density for this small volume element is defined as rho is equal to dq over dV, where dq is the charge enclosed in the small volume element and dV is the volume of the small volume element. The charge enclosed in the small volume element is equal to dq is equal to rho into dV. The net charge enclosed in the sphere of radius r and volume V is equal to q is equal to integral rho into dV. That is equal to q is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. That is the charge enclosed in sphere of radius r. Now take a point P at which you have to evaluate the electric field intensity. Take a point P at a distance r from the center of the charged sphere where we want to evaluate electric field. Imagine a Gaussian surface in the shape of a sphere such that point P lies on its surface enclosing a charged sphere. Take a small area element dA of this Gaussian surface. The angle between dA and electric field intensity is 0 as area element and normal to area element are directed in the same direction as shown in the diagram. So the flux through the area element dA is equal to d phi is equal to dot product of electric field intensity and area element, that is equal to integral E dA cos of theta, as electric field intensity and normal to area element are directed in the same direction, so the angle is 0 degree. So you can write this integral E dA cos of 0 degree. The net flux through the Gaussian sphere is equal to phi is equal to E into 4 pi into r square. R is the radius of the Gaussian surface. This is the equation number 2. Now putting equation 1 and equation 2 in Gauss's law, phi is equal to q over epsilon naught, that is the equation for Gauss's law. Now putting the value of q and phi from equation 1 and equation 2, the electric field at a point P will be equal to E is equal to R cube rho into 3 epsilon naught into r square. In vector form, you can write this: E is equal to r cube rho over 3 epsilon naught r square into r unit vector. This is the electric field in vector form outside the spherical volume charge distribution of radius r at a point P having the distance r from the center of charge sphere. Now, electric field inside spherical volume charge distribution. For this, let us consider a uniformly charged sphere having the radius r, as in the previous case, that is our uniformly charged sphere that have the radius capital R. Now take a small volume element dv of the sphere having the charge dq. The volume charge density is defined as, for this small volume element, rho is equal to dq over dv, then dq is equal to rho into dv. The net charge enclosed in sphere is equal to q is equal to integral rho into dv. Q is equal to 4 pi 3 pi r cube into rho, that is the charge enclosed in sphere. Now we have to calculate the charge enclosed in the Gaussian surface of radius r. You simply replace q with q prime to differentiate it from the charge of the total sphere, that is q prime is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is a small r cube, into rho. Okay, now divide equation 2 by equation 1. The resultant equation will be q prime is equal to q into r cube over r cube, that is a small r cube over capital R cube. Now take a point P inside a charged sphere having the distance r from the center of the charged sphere, where we want to evaluate electric field. Imagine a Gaussian surface in the form of a sphere such that the point P lies on its surface. The point P lies on the Gaussian surface that is located inside the sphere. Now let us consider the small area element dA of the Gaussian sphere. The angle between the electric field and normal to the area element is 0, as electric field and area vector are directed in the same direction. So the electric flux through the area element can be written as phi is equal to integral dot product of electric field intensity and area element, that is equal to integral EdA cos of theta, that is equal to EdA cos of 0 degree. Now the net flux is equal to phi is equal to E into 4 pi r square. This is the value of net flux. Now put the value of net flux and charge in equation of Gauss's law. Phi is equal to q prime over epsilon naught E into 4 pi r square into is equal to q into r cube over capital R cube epsilon naught. The resultant equation of the electric field intensity inside a sphere due to spherical charge distribution is equal to E is equal to QR over 4 pi epsilon naught into capital R cube. Now the electric field at the surface of the sphere. The electric field inside a charged sphere is equal to E is equal to QR over 4 pi epsilon naught into R cube, that we have learnt in the previous section. Now just put the value of small r with capital R in order to calculate the electric field at the surface of the sphere. that is equal to E is equal to Q into capital R over 4 pi epsilon naught into R cube. After cancellation, the resultant equation will be equal to Q over 4 pi epsilon naught into R square, replacing as 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught is the Coulomb constant. So we can replace this. E is equal to KQ over R square. This from this topic. Thank you.